Hello, everyone. This week of the three branches, we will be looking at the executive branch, which is chapter 5. Within this chapter, we will be talking about the president. Why? Because the executive branch is really all about the president, how, he becomes qualified to run as a president, and what is all involving in terms of the president's power, where within the Constitution the president actually gets those various powers. We'll also look at what those duties are, even of being a president, what it all entails. There's quite a few duties besides the president just being the face of the nation, if you will, or the representative or the commander-in-chief. We hear about those mostly on the news, but there's a lot of other duties and responsibilities that comes about with being a president. I'll also share with you as far as a couple things from the previous administration, but also the current administration as far as maybe a few executive orders that have been given, specifically talking about and sharing with you things of the impact of how the new administration has come in and having to deal with the COVID-19 and the getting the vaccination, the vaccines, and getting individuals to be able to give the vaccinations. So it's just a lot that goes within this pandemic that has been placed, that burden has been shifted over to the incoming administration, and that's what they're facing. Also, I'll look at, in which the chapter talks about how the presidency in the United States has really evolved from looking at how the founder actually visualized things to be. I mean, if you think about it, how in the world could you look out 100, 200 years and say, oh, okay, well, this is what's going to happen? You have no concept. Just like, us today, we have no way to really, we could think about the future, but we cannot go into the extended future because you just have no idea what resources are going to be available or created and what all of that entails. And then I'll talk about and bring it up current as far as popularity, and again, we'll look at the previous administration and look at the current administration because I know the text focuses on the Trump administration. So I'll bring in some updated information about the Biden administration as far as where he is, what his approval ratings are, and things that he's doing. And then lastly, we'll close the chapter with discussing bureaucracy and what is bureaucracy and what is all this red tape and why do we need it and why is it so troublesome when you try to apply it in various entities. And when I say various, I really mean governmental agencies, because that's actually that utilizes bureaucracy. But you do see it showing up in universities, or I'll say higher education, and especially those that are public higher education institutions. They usually have that notion, or I'll say structure, of bureaucracy. You may not be able to see it, but you can feel it. As well as, like, if you work for a governmental agency or a state agency, you will see that bureaucracy come into play and really displayed in the workforce. So I'll talk about that and about what is the real purpose of it, and that's how we'll close the chapter for chapter 5. So this concludes the overview of Chapter 5. Take care.